Saradil, often referred to as the Robin Hood of Sri Lanka, lived during the British colonial era in the small village of Utawankanda. He was a young man who grew up witnessing the immense suffering of the poor under the oppressive rule of the British. The colonial government heavily taxed the villagers, leaving many to struggle for survival. Saradil could not bear to see the injustice and decided to take matters into his own hands. Living atop the Utawankanda mountain, Saradil had a clear view of the roads below. These roads were often used by British officials and wealthy traders to transport gold and other valuables. Saradil and his small band of loyal followers devised a clever plan. From the safety of the mountain, he would watch for the carts carrying gold. Once he spotted them, Saradil would descend the mountain stealthily, ambush the carts, and seize the treasure. But Saradil was no ordinary thief. He was a man of the people. Rather than keeping the stolen gold for himself, he distributed it among the poor villagers who were struggling to survive. He helped them pay their taxes, buy food, and rebuild their lives. This earned him the love and admiration of the villagers, who saw him as a hero fighting against the injustices of the British. Even the Buddhist monks in the area praised Saradil for his generosity and his commitment to helping the oppressed. However, Saradil's actions infuriated the British rulers. They labeled him a dangerous criminal and launched an intense manhunt to capture him. Soldiers were sent into the forests, and large rewards were offered for information about his whereabouts. But Saradil was incredibly clever and knew the terrain like the back of his hand. He used the dense forests and the mountains to evade capture time and time again, frustrating the British forces. Saradil's luck ran out when a trusted friend from his village betrayed him. This man, perhaps motivated by greed or fear of the British, revealed Saradil's hiding place. Armed with this information, the British soldiers launched a surprise raid. A dramatic chase followed, but eventually, Saradil was captured after a fierce struggle. He was brought to court, where he faced a trial for his crimes. The British sentenced him to death by hanging, declaring him a criminal and a threat to their authority. Saradil accepted his fate with courage, knowing he had fought for what he believed was right on the day of his execution. But the villagers mourned deeply. Saradil's death was a painful loss for them, as he had been a beacon of hope in their lives. To this day, against oppression and a hero, the British celebrated their victory, who stood up for the poor and powerless. His legacy lives on, inspiring generations to fight for justice and equality.